Check it out. Sunrise bouncing right off that building. It's pretty cool. Good morning, fellow travelers. Just Jeremiah. Not looking my best, but luckily I'm going to reach a point where I can lay back a little bit. But I'm getting close to burnout. Still sober. That's not what I meant. It's now been exactly 1 month of 100% sobriety. Pretty amazing. A month since I've been ousted from my apartment, had all that stuff, all my possessions stolen from me, attacked, harassed, my property destroyed. Yeah, had the court orders ignored. But this isn't about that. 1 second, this is cool. Yeah, so I went to bed last night. Oh man, gotta turn off sound. Yeah, so I went to bed last night at like past 2 a.m. I didn't get home from work till about 1:30 and woke up at like 6:30 so I could jump in the shower and go run down to Walmart to cash my paychecks. My landlord and roommate for now, David, he is just so kind, and he let me move in even though I didn't have all the money, and so he trusts me. And I was supposed to give him the money yesterday, but then I had a mix-up where I almost didn't make it to work. I wasn't paying attention. I switched up the jobs and I left the one job and blah 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 blah. Actually, they hit me back then. They wanted me to come back and try it, since that Air Park Lounge place, the karaoke bar, they didn't think I was a good fit. When I walked in, the girl just rolled her eyes when she saw me. Her decision was made right away. Unfortunately, I've got a melanin deficiency, and that definitely affects things here on the island. I could say it in a lot more positive ways, but I'll just be realistic. It's me. But this other job, they love me, and basically by leaving and quitting, they're now going to not have me bus. I'm jumping right to bartending, and I'm going to give it a shot because I still have lots of other options. But so I made it to work last night. Didn't get to like cash the paycheck, so I'm running down now before the live stream this morning with Carlos on Slab City TV. So when I did the live stream last week, we had a guy named Tyler who was jumping in and cutting me off, and I'm sure he's just a good-natured guy who was just not following the story. You know, it's not like he had malicious intent, but it still was like frustrating. So I was patient for a minute. I'll put a link up to that video here because it's a 2-hour and 8-minute story of my life condensed. To be honest, I hardly scratched the surface, but I talked about things that some of my best friends don't know about me. And I really think you might find some of this stuff interesting. At the end, I finally got to just the point where I reached Slab City, not Slab City, because I didn't reach it there yet, where I reached Mount Shasta while hitchhiking. So maybe 2 months in to my hitchhiking journey that took 2 years. And I started talking about, the whole goal was to basically talk about Slab City then, but also talk about the elite satanic dark occult priest class that exists in the world. You know, people like to be fun and say words like Illuminati and this and that, but the reality is that this shit is real. And so I had lots of info that I had gathered through happenstance, and I talked all about that at the end as a cliffhanger to see if anyone was actually interested, and it turns out that some people were. So today I'm going to be diving deeper. I'm going to be finishing my story from the summer of 22 on Mount Shasta all the way to right now here.
Turn left onto Queen Emma Street.
Man, I'll be finishing my story from the summer of 2020 on Mount Shasta all the way to today, March 2022 in Hawaii. I'm also going to dive deep into some of the things that I think were going on and that are going on in the New Age movement and in towns like Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where I grew up, which you might think I'm crazy, you might even be from there, but there's some stuff, there's connections, there's people talking about it online, which definitely makes it true. Just kidding, but no, seriously, there's like stuff going on, and I've always had these inklings and these clues. I have this ability, not 100% of truth sense, but I'm actually really good at reading when someone's telling the truth. And again, I'm good at pattern recognition, and yeah, there's some weird shit going on, and I feel I've always been a part of it. So even though I'm getting close to like reaching burnout, which isn't healthy for me physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, etc. You know, as a kid, when I got into the gifted program in 3rd grade, all of a sudden I couldn't sleep more than 2 or 3 hours a night. Every night I would just lay there in bed, bawl myself to sleep. I wasn't allowed to come out of the room. I just had to stay in the room. And was getting all these MRIs done and tests. I had a bunch of cysts in my brain. Was always in the hospital. See, I think it connects to all this stuff that I'm talking about. And I'm going to ramble today. And, you know, today might just be the story again, but with some more dark implications and the patterns I was noticing while on the road along the way. And then later podcasts will probably be me talking about like the actual research I've connected that like blows my mind and might blow your mind. I mean, we're talking about like going on Google Maps and looking through different businesses and looking at Street View, noticing Illuminati symbolism, satanic symbolism, and all the different places I've lived, and stories that I've heard from people that I know and trust, and research I've done. And yeah, it's gonna get really, really, really dark, and probably today, which is the 6th of March. But yeah, if you're not into it, just know that this is not going to be the direct angle my channel takes. This channel is going to go back to a lighthearted, fun, you know, I'm going to be working like 30-hour weeks once I'm set up. I'm going to be slowly working on the business, which is going to be me free diving and diving with turtles and sharks and eels and octopus and, you know, all that stuff. That'll be fantastic. I'll be taking days off to go island hop, to go check out the erupting volcano here. I'll be surfing, interviewing people on the road, interviewing the cults over on the Big Island, finding pretty girls to interview. You know I love doing that. I miss that for sure. So like the core of my channel that made you love it, if it was, you know, the travel lifestyle, that's something that's coming for sure. It's coming back. I'm working towards that. So this is the transition. You know, I'm not going to skip this part just because it's tough, because it's not as exciting. You know, how easy do you think this is for me? Do you think that I plan on just doing this for the rest of my life? I'm sorry, but this nonstop grind, this is what people do who are trying to fulfill addictions, or people who are trying to buy lots of things, you know, trying to go out to eat all the time and live a lavish life. That's not me. I'm still living a life of simplicity. I'm just doing it from a home.
Continue on to Alakaya Street.
I thought I'd turn that shit off. So basically, yeah, it's gonna be like 2 more months of just like me rambling as I go and walk between workplaces, and yeah, that's gonna be what happens, because I need to get situated into like the bartender server positions that I deserve and that I'm capable of. Once I increase my income, then I need to work hard enough to get this money towards a down payment on a small business loan. And some of you might scoff at that, but that says more about you than it does about me, let's be real. I'm sorry. And yeah, but I'm gonna be getting into some like really cool outdoor adventures, doing like the zip lines and you know, scuba diving, skydiving, free diving, paddling, pedaling, hiking, showing all the locales here, doing Hawaiian lore and history, and you know, reading interpretive signs and writing essays on things and memorizing them and orating them, and then doing my phone into split screen and doing essays where I just read it off and it looks like I memorized them. You know, I'll be doing the whole 9 yards. It's going to bring back the true core of my channel, again, from what it was at first. And it's going to combine it with the stronger focus that I've gained through sobriety. And I think you will love it. And before then, hopefully within the week, I will split all of this weird stuff to the side. So there's 2 separate stories. It'll basically be the darkness and the light separately, but interconnected into one main story. You know, for the other one, I'll be interviewing people. Maybe I'll interview you. We could do a streaming podcast and get you to talk about some experiences you've had or dreams you've had. I think you know me by now that when I say I'm going to do something, that's what I do. So I can't wait to show you.
Turn right onto South Hotel Street.
Oh, here's the courthouse, yeah. Rather than tell you. And it's coming. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good content. You'll have the darkness and the light in separate areas. You can pick your flavor or dabble into both. And when I say the darkness, obviously I hope you know it's not my darkness. I have some, and I'll delve into that here on this channel. You know, me confronting my own darkness, doing what they call shadow work. You know, the inner healing, all of that. But it's the darkness that exists out there. Now, some of you, I've had some comments mention, actually taking this stuff seriously and thinking deep, that if there is a multiverse and we're dealing with these organizations that exist in the multiverse, by believing in them and thinking about them, I'm manifesting them. Well, yeah, that could be true, but the thing is, on a whole super deep quantum physics level, if we live in the multiverse, which I'm almost positive we do, and all of those possible realities exist, it's not like I'm creating those people. Those people exist in a possible reality. Now, it's not even like I'm drawing them to here, to this reality. You know, what it would be, in my opinion, is that our bodies are astral vehicles. And so, as we manifest, we're not drawing all these circumstances to our universe here. We're literally riding the wave and transporting our physical astral vehicles to the universe where those things exist. Our consciousness is riding in between these universes that exist so close that some of them are packed into the same space and others are just packed right next door. And as we transition between them, we wouldn't even notice because they have so many similarities. And so, I hate to say this, but what if I am manifesting this type of dark behavior, all these things that I've been obsessed with for years? And what if in the process it's giving me an opportunity to go to those universes and practice the healing that I'm working towards, practice the loving energy I'm trying to send even them? Because again, those who deserve love, those who least deserve love need it the most. And these people need healing.
Turn left onto Fort Street Mall.
A lot of them were born into this system in such a heinous way where, like, they are the ultimate victims, you know? It sucks what's being done to everyone that doesn't know, but they're the victims and the perpetrators, and they need love to heal. I think a lot of them don't want to be a part of this path. They just have never seen another way. And part of the reason why I would go and integrate myself into the outer circles of such communities, although I didn't participate in any of their dark rituals, or like they never openly talked about them, you know, I was hoping to help send that loving energy and healing energy. And I'm sure I sound full of myself and full of shit, but hey, it's just Jeremiah's journey, you know? If I really thought that I could just make stuff up and have such interesting content, you know, I would write a book, which of course I'm going to. So yeah, my goal is to send love, and potentially I'm jumping over to these other silly universes, but if that's the case, you're still there, and you're there too. And so it's a place where I want to maximize my potential.
Your destination is on the right.
Yeah, I'm at Walmart. All right, I gotta go. Loving you. Normally there's $5 pillows, but these are the only pillows, the cheapest ones that I could find. Honestly, where I grew up, the Freemason Lodge number is 666, and they don't go in order by location. It's just that region of the country. The Pennsylvania Dutch, the Quakers, they were actually heavily into the satanic occult. And that is not a joke. So, sucks I'm buying those pillows. It's so weird because I'm about to do the podcast. Like I said, I've been seeing like weird little omens, and I'm sure that doesn't mean shit, but fuck, that was not the same price the other day. Yeah, so the Money Center isn't open. I just walked down here for nothing, and I've got a comforter set that has 4 pillow sheets, and I'm a pillow bitch, as I've called it before. That means that I really like a pile of pillows and like to have my neck supported. I've actually got this thing on my ear. Looks like a rat's been chewing on my ear. It's on my tragus, which is that little point sticking up. Basically, I've been sleeping on my right side a lot, which is funny because you should sleep on your left. Sleeping on your left side organizes your organs the right way and helps with digestion. And when you sleep with your head on the same side of the pillow, you'll end up getting this thing where like the cartilage, it's growing out in like a little spike out of my tragus, and it hurts a lot. It's inflamed, it's slightly infected. That guy scares me. I try to be nice and I like him, but he's always scribbling like the people that channel in the New Age unit. He just carries a sheet around and leaves them everywhere, just scribble, scribble, scribble. And everywhere I go, I see him. I see him on the way to the grocery store. I see him in downtown Waikiki. These are like 4 or 5 miles away, 3 or 4 miles away from each other. I'm sounding super paranoid right now, but whatever. Yeah, so I've been sleeping on my right side of my ear, and I guess that is more likely to get this thing, and I forget the name of it, but it's just basically your ears have poor blood flow and circulation through the cartilage. So if you sleep on the same side of your ear, you'll get this weird growth of cartilage in your ear. It's not pretty, it hurts, and it looks like shit. It can usually take 6 months to go away, but I basically just keep picking at the scab and putting rubbing alcohol on it. The strongest I can. It burns and it hurts, but I just keep doing that. It's helped in the past. She was cute. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble now. I gotta run, actually, because I'm going to try to use Agatha's friend's iPhone that I still have on me and set it up through my wireless hotspot on this phone and see if I can do the StreamYard without having to call Carlos to make it happen. So, wish me luck. Hopefully that works. I'll make it back in time to have 10 minutes to troubleshoot it and start that live stream. If that's the case, that'll be nice, because then I can like play with my phone and continue editing and uploading YouTube videos while I'm on the other phone. Burning the candle. So some of you have said that I need to slow down and stop doing so many things at once, but I like the advice. I'll take it, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not doing horribly. I'm already off the streets. You know, my job situations are going well. I'm working 7 days a week. I'm losing weight, looking fantastic. I'm 100% sober. I'm following through with all the stuff that I'm saying, and I will continue to do so. Even the things that I say to myself that no one else can prove, because that's called integrity. That's literally the definition of integrity. I don't know if it's literally the definition of integrity, but it is integrity. Is choosing to follow through with who you are and what you say when no one else is watching. Because at the end of the day, that's our true judge of our own character, is the ability to be the person we tell ourselves whenever we don't have anyone to prove it to. So I'm gonna go do that on my own on the walk home, and then I'm probably gonna let you talk or let you get back into my life again. Oh man, my arm hurts. Loving you, bye. Now I'm just being silly, but I came to buy some Frank's Red Hot, and the big one, I'm just being silly. But still, that's, man, same day, weird stuff.